evening, fellow members and guests.
Good evening.
Today, we're going to do a micro training. It is about conflict resolution, but I name it in a different way. From setbacks to success, where we turn challenges into wins. How many of you face challenges in life? All of us. How many of you face conflicts every day? Every day, with family, with colleagues, with everybody. Conflicts can happen. But today we will learn how to make these challenges, these conflicts, into a success. How to do that? Let me first introduce myself and I will tell you in brief who am I. I have more than 25 years plus experience in training and education. My skills, negotiation, problem solving, analytical skills. My education, MBA from Maastricht School of Management. I'm a certified trainer, certified coach from ICF, NLP practitioner, NIBUSH certified, PHR, and name it. But the most important thing, I earned DTM 3 times. And now I'm doing the 4th one. I finished one path and I'm the 2nd path. And that shows you how dedicated I am to learning. My profession, last 15 years I was a manager. Training and operation manager, training consultant, L&D manager with Hussein University, and now I'm a senior manager L&D with Gust University. So all my life went to training. My interest, reading, public speaking, travel, and gadgets. Who knows me will know that. Now we know that we've been introduced in the beginning of the meeting, but for the sake of the training, I need to take 3 or 5 of you maximum, just to tell me their name, their position, their company, and one of these questions, answer one of these questions. Either mention a challenge that recently turned into an opportunity, tell us a creative way you solve a problem, and a valuable lesson you learned. I will tell you my lesson. Wafaa, senior manager at Gust, I will take the first question. A challenge that recently turned into an opportunity. 8 months ago, I went with the sales team to a meeting. We want to secure a deal for one product. And I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good in sales. So for me, that was a challenge. How to be a sales, and I don't know how to sell. Surprisingly, during the meeting and while I was explaining, instead of we got one deal, we got 3 big deals. And it turned the challenge into an opportunity for me. So that's an example that I want you to share with us. Please raise your hand who wants to participate, and we don't have much time. Please. Can you give them mic? Yeah. To the stage. Thank you. Just tell me your name, your position, your company, and answer one of these questions. A valuable lesson that a conflict happened.
What do you mean company?
Where do you work? If you're a student,
I'm still a student.
which university you are studying at?
Still 10th grade.
Okay, great. So do you face challenges in life? Tell me one of the challenges that you faced.
One of the challenges that I faced.
Or conflict.
Conflict? Not that much because I'm too young. That's the answer.
Yeah, you
Normally
don't fight
conflict?
with your friends?
No, no.
He is the
Not
conflict
fighting?
itself.
No, we are. Yes.
Peaceful?
Yes, peaceful.
And with your parents?
Studying and stuff like that.
And lecturing?
Exactly, yes. 24/7, 24/7.
I know. So how do you feel about it? Tell me.
What I feel about it? Conflict is a good thing, in my opinion. It's a good thing. Because when you sit in a table and someone asks you what happened today, if nothing happened today, you're going to say nothing. But when you have conflict like you said, you have conflict before. So when you come up here, you have a story to tell. If you don't have a story to tell, just sit.
Thank you so much.
So yeah.
Give them a round of applause. Any other person wants to share, please? Yes. Ritash, tell us your experience.
So recently, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Recently, I went to Oman, and I represented Kuwait with the youth ministry, and there was a model of the United Nations for youth. Okay, so it was my first time, like, experiencing something like that, which was really hectic and really hard because I didn't know anything about the United Nations. And thanks to my sister-in-law, she's sitting over there, she helped me and guided me, and especially it was in Arabic. My first language is English, it's not Arabic. So I represented the United Kingdom, and I was an ambassador. Everyone called me Ambassador Ratad, Ambassador Ratad, and I was like, wow, am I an ambassador now? So it was a great experience, and I saw it as a conflict at the beginning, and it was really hard for me to blend in and to understand what's going on around me there. But for the sake of the experience, I did it. So without conflict, you can't do anything. So I don't want anyone to be afraid if they have a challenge like that, because one day you're going to be proud of yourself.
Thank you so much. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you. So, for the sake of time, we will move on. And today our agenda will cover 3 topics. First, we will say, what is conflict? We'll define it, so we will all understand the meaning of what we are discussing today. Second thing that we will discuss are the intensity of conflict. Conflict has got level, so there is intensity. We will understand that. And the third thing is, what are the styles of conflict? And what is your style when you are facing any conflict? So, Michael Jordan said about conflict, he said, talent wins games. Talent wins games. But intelligence and teamwork wins championships. And it's up to you. Do you want to win game, or you want to win championships? The choice is yours. So what is conflict? Raise your hand and tell me your opinion from your place. What do you think conflict is? Simple definition.
Two persons or a team disagreeing each other
Absolutely.
on a particular subject.
Absolutely. A person? Yes, please, Heba.
Two different opinions.
Different opinions. Yes, please.
Something don't match.
Yes.
Disagreement?
Disagreement, clashes, different opinions. Absolutely right. So I'm not going to add much, but the conflict is, it occurs between a person, an individual, or a group of people which have differences in perspectives, beliefs, values, and interests. And that starts a conflict. However, as the gentleman came in here today and said, without conflict we don't learn, and this is how, while conflict is managed well, then it will be turned to growth, innovation, and strong relationship. So if you know how to manage conflict, you change it to an innovative work to do. Any question about that?
No.
Great. So let me tell you about the intensity. The first intensity, which is the first level of conflict, is differences. Differences are there. Sisters and brothers, and sisters and sisters, colleagues, friends, they are different. Each one of us is unique. And this difference is not bad. We cannot do anything about it. We are different. Each one of us is unique from the other person. Now, how can we solve differences? And then you will tell me one person will tell me a difference happened. How we can solve differences? Acceptance. So we accept and respect. When we accept the other person's opinion, when we accept other people as they are, then it's solved. The first level or the first intensity in conflict is solved. Any difference you face with your friend, your colleague, just mention one.
There's a lot.
What is the difference? Difference in eating?
For example, one is very calm, the other one is very energetic and hyper, for example.
One works slowly, one works in a
High motive, yeah.
Different generation.
Absolutely.
Different generation nowadays.
Absolutely. The relationship, we'll talk about it a different thing. But this is a difference. Again, different relationship. The second thing, or the second level of conflict, is the misunderstanding. When we don't understand the other person, or the other person will not understand us. If we say something and we will misunderstood, how many times we say something and we misunderstood?
A lot.
Several times, especially when we are not native speaker and speaking English. One time I heard a clerk telling the customer, "You don't understand, sir." And the customer was American. He said, "What do you mean I don't understand?" "Definitely I don't understand." Then he said, sorry, I meant you did not understand what I meant.
Yes.
So what is the solution of the misunderstanding is an apology, an explanation, then the conflict will be resolved. So that's the second level. When there is a misunderstanding, we say, "Sorry, I did not mean it. That's not what I meant. What I meant is 1, 2, 3. So, second level. The third level of intensity is the disagreement. When I don't agree with your opinion. You have your opinion, you have your thoughts, you have your beliefs, I have mine. So there is no mutual grounds, I can say. So this is a disagreement. What do you think? How can we solve the disagreement? In Toastmasters, how we solve disagreement?
Get better communication, better understanding.
Communication.
Communication. Back to the base protocol, any policy that approve anything to go back to the base.
Also put myself in the other side.
And the other person, empathy.
There must be like a meeting, open forum to discuss.
In Toastmasters, the easy way to solve this kind of disagreement is we follow the Robert's Rule Book, the protocols. That yes, we have disagreement, each one will stand and say his opinion, but at the end we vote and the majority will win. And we have to respect the majority. So when we are disagreeing, we need to find a mutual ground for both of us to move on. So that's the third level. The fourth level now starts to be more intense. It's tension. I don't like to work with you. I have bad emotions about you. Sometimes we meet people for the first time and we don't like them.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I hope that you're not saying that about me, right? And sometimes you meet people for the first time and you see, I know them long time ago, as if you know them from the birth. And this is emotions. The solution of this is the emotional intelligence. Understand your emotion and balance your emotions and minds. When we have the mind and the heart works hand by hand, then our emotions are balanced. And this is the fourth one, which is attention. Now we are moving up to the last intense of the conflict resolution, which is the crisis. And here when clashes happen, when fights happen, when relationship will be broken, people from a fight, they may be divorced, or they will be fired, or they quit. So that's kind of crisis. All the levels of intensity of the conflict resolution, you need to be aware of each level and try to resolve the conflict as soon as possible. Don't bury the lead. Don't keep it, because later on it will be a crisis, which a relationship can be broken or a fight can happen. Any question about the intensity of the conflict resolution, the 5 levels of intensity? Great. Now, we will talk about styles. And each one of you has got a style. There are 4 styles of the conflict resolution. And in these styles, we will talk about the cooperative, high or low cooperative, assertive, high or low assertive. Let's start by high cooperative, low assertive. And it is the accommodating. I'll do whatever you say. This is the bird style. Why they call it the bird style? Because the bird sleeps all winter. And during that time, he doesn't want to be bothered. Even if you will tell him the sun rises from the south. Okay, it rises from the south, whatever you want. Just leave me alone. So sometimes conflict can be resolved by accommodating. Now, when this happened when you love somebody a lot, a relationship that you don't want to break, so you will go with the other person's opinion. Just let him know that, okay, fine, whatever you want. Just I want to keep our relationship together. I don't want to break it. Now, when it is high, and that's the best and ideal style in resolving conflict. It's the collaborative style. And it is that the sum of all better than one. So we will all win. You will give me your opinion, I will give my opinion, we will agree and we will all win. That's the ideal way of resolving any conflict. That both parties are happy. And it is an owl style because the owl has got the 360 degree in her neck. So all parties will be happy and will be part of the solution. No one is excluded. The third style is the shark style, which is the competitive style. I will win, you will lose. Now this style, it happens several times in our life. For example, contest in Toastmasters. We need to have a winner, right? Football teams, they need to have a winner. So in life, there is competition. And when it is a competition where we are following the ethical rules, that's not fine, compete. And that's the shark style. So, my way or the highway. Now, if you are a manager and this is your style, then there's a big question mark on your management style. So that's the 4th style of conflict resolution. Now, the 4th style of conflict is avoiding. Avoiding lose-lose. I don't care. The thing will move by itself. The conflict will be resolved by itself. And that's the turtle style. Things will move slowly. I'll tell you a personal story about that. A couple of years ago, when I was a leader in the Toastmaster, a leader in the district, one time there was a campaign happening around, and some bad words was said about me. Definitely, I'm not going to mention what are the bad words or what's the situation, but I'm just mentioning the story. Some people tell me, you are the moderator of this Facebook page. Delete that comment. I said, no, I will not delete. Each one has got the right to say his opinion. It's his opinion. Now, some other people said, please reply to that comment. And some other people who believed in me, they started replying. I said, I don't want to reply. I don't want to defend myself. People who know me, they know that I'm not what they are saying. It will solve by itself. And that's what happened. After a year, the people who was talking badly, they said, sorry, Wafaa, we misunderstand you. I said, okay, fine. What's done cannot be undone. But some areas in life, it doesn't need a fight. You need to avoid it. Because your energy, your inner peace, is more important than proving who's right and who's wrong. The last one, which is the 5th one, is the compromise. And in the compromise style, it's the wolf style. That All parties, I will be half. I will meet you at half distance, and you will meet me at the other half, and we will move on. This is relationship, and families like spouses, they do that. I'm not married, so I don't know that, but I heard that people who are married, they have to compromise. They will give something from their side, and the other person will give something from their side, so the boat can move on.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. So that's the compromise. Now, you have a style. 20 years ago, my style was accommodating. I accept what the other people say. 10 years ago, my style was competitive. I want to win. I want to prove myself. And now, my style is collaborative. What is your style? Please scan this code, and this survey is developed by Kenneth Thomas and Ralph Killman Instrument in 1970, and it's called AKI. Scan the code and answer the question. Answers will not be saved. You will get the answer, and I will give you 5 minutes maximum. That you are done, just put your mobiles on a table, then I know I will continue my session. As I told you, that this survey, if you will do it again 5 years or 10 years, you will see yourself you're different. Because you are wiser, you are a different person with different experience. So you tackle and look and deal with things in a different way. So your style will be different.
My style is collaborating.
So that's good.
This is me.
Okay. So usually styles are coming different when we are improving or developing our skills. However, the smart person who will deal with each situation in the styles of the situation. And this is what we are going to discover with the scenario in the role play. Please pass the paper, scenario 1, just take one and pass the rest. Scenario 2, Muhammad, take one paper and pass the rest. I want you to read this scenario. And I want you to tell me what, from your opinion, is the style that this person should do in that scenario. And I will give you 3 minutes to read the scenario. And I will return back to the styles page, so you can see the styles that you will choose from. Thank you for listening. The styles are in front of you, so after reading this scenario, just choose one of these styles and justify why. Okay, scenario number 1. Who wants to brief the scenario first? Because people who took scenario number 2 did not read. Please just tell us what. Come here, please. Let's say.
Why I'm laughing? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good evening. Scenario number 1. It's you are at an office celebration. Everyone is excited about lunch. You're craving for delicious Arabic food, but somebody ordered Indian and another ordered pizza and another ordered burgers, suggested burgers. So you are frustrated. The reason I'm laughing because this is all the time in the Diwaniya every Monday, and I'm the dictator who decides.
You end up without lunch.
No, I'm a dictator. So I decided to become a dictator, and they call me the dictator. Because one time,
It is my way or the highway.
yeah, it's my way or the highway. Because no. See, sometimes dictatorship is healthy. One time I left it for democracy, and because one of my friends, he said, you force us to eat according to your taste. So I decided one Monday, not to say anything. And they kept discussing for 2 hours, and nobody had dinner that night.
Then you order for yourself.
No, and I ordered for myself, yes.
I
I ate. I had my dinner, I ate, and they were still discussing, and I left. Most of them didn't eat, so I said, see, that's why I'm a dictator, because everybody would have a tasty dinner. So those are not all bad. According to situations, sometimes you need to be competitive or dictator.
Thank you very much. I'm sure that other people
Have different point of view.
Definitely, definitely. So, what's your point? Just tell me the style and without justification.
I have two styles have to be in this situation. For me, compromising and collaborating.
Okay.
So we have to agree on something.
So
and
all
then-
people will eat.
Yeah.
Other. Collaborating. So that's another style. So you see that it's a situation, but each one of us will tackle it in a different way, and we have to accept and respect. Scenario number 2, who will brief us about, please?
Yeah, I think competitive this scenario would like
What was the scenario?
it's about the project and you have like your colleague and he will handle this project. But this project has specific needs and he didn't tackle these needs. So at the end of the day, the project will not be as successful as you planned for. So I think competitive is the most effective way in this conflict because the project has specific needs. If you want to collaborate, you can, but you see, previously discussed
You have to follow the procedures.
Yeah, this will not go.
Understanding personalities. Thank you, Ghada, for that comment. So yeah, when you understand personalities, then you will understand how to communicate with people, how to help people, and how to help yourself. So I don't see any more questions. Thank you so much for being a great audience. I hope that the idea or the topic was clear, and you know now how to solve a conflict. You know your style, and you know that you can change your style depends on the situation. Thank you so much, and back to
Big round of applause